So I'm on the line now. I'm online with Coles manager Brad Cooke. This is the wonders of modern technology. We were just saying. We had a little chat and we thought it'd be great to get Brad online just for a bit of a review for the sort of start of the season. Really, obviously, as everybody knows, we've had to take a little bit of a pause in the season with the new COVID-19 restrictions. So this has presented a really good opportunity for us to catch up with Brad about the opening 8 league games of the season. Of course, we played a couple in the cup as well, and see how he's feeling about everything. Brad, thanks a lot for taking the time to join us. How are you doing at the moment?
Okay, yeah, we're not bad. I think everyone's feeling the impact of this second lockdown and football finishing and that, but we're doing okay. The kids are keeping me entertained.
Good. So, like I said, we've played 8 games in the league so far this season, winning 4, drawing 1, and then, of course, losing 3. Are you happy with how that's looking? You know, we're sitting 9th at the moment. Is that where you expected us to be? Slightly above average, slightly below? What are your thoughts about the season so far?
I think we've had a very solid start. I think, you know, if you'd have asked me at the beginning of the season, would you be happy with 13 points after 8? I think everybody would have snapped your hands off, especially with the start that we've had. I mean, you know, we've had some pretty tough games in that run as well. So yeah, I'm happy. I think that our performances probably warrant a couple more points, if I'm being honest. But I can't grumble. You know, we've got a new squad together. It's been, you know, disruptive all the way through pre-season, no fans being allowed in, training schedules having to change, matches being postponed due to COVID, etc. So to be in the situation that we are right now on the pause, I'm happy with the start.
Brilliant. Yeah, I remember when we spoke at the start of the season and I asked you, how have you found managing a football team during the middle of a pandemic? And has it been very much the same, really? Because like you say, it's not just this lockdown has brought a pause, but with postponements throughout the season, and we ourselves had to postpone a couple of games. How have you found, you know, managing it all once again? Has that experience from the summer helped, or has it just been a case of scrambling around trying to do the best you can?
I think it's definitely helped. I mean, the good thing about this is it wasn't like the summer earlier on, because we genuinely didn't know if we would start again. Not only that, we had a squad that was finishing the season, so we had to then try and rebuild for the start of the season, bringing new players in. So, you know, it's been difficult, don't get me wrong, but we've got a settled squad now, which helps. So you can have individual conversations with players and making sure they're all right. And I've got a really good team around me. You know, Sadler's been fantastic. So we've put programs together for lads, which we've got like data from the GPS vest that they wear on a Saturday. So we know what we want them to do over the course of the week to keep them ticking over. Obviously, we've got Suzanne as well, who works for British Cycling, who's, again, she's fantastic to lean on, knowledge and stuff. And we've got Greenie and Joe as well. So I'm really blessed to have a backroom staff to support me, you know, during this period. And then it's all about lads buying into what you're telling them to do, what you're asking them to do. Now, we've got an honest bunch, so everything that we kind of ask of them, they deliver on. And, you know, that's kind of what we've done. We've set individual programs for lads that we've felt wasn't quite at the fitness levels that we want them to be. So this break's come at a great time for them. And then for the more experienced lads, you've got, they'll just keep ticking over naturally, because, you know, that's just within their nature.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the fact that you've got a settled squad now. And I think that from the start of the season to now has absolutely become evident. There's a real togetherness. Are you pleased with how, especially the new lads, the younger lads, have settled into the squad? You know, your Dylan Glasses, your Jordan Dars, your Rick Smiths. Are you pleased with how you know they're performing in a black and white shirt?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we've got some young lads in this squad that are stepping up. Some of them are stepping up for the first time. Some of them have stepped up, you know, previous years, like Marcus Cassani. So we've got lads that are stepping up. So there was never going to come in and hit the ground running absolutely, 100 mile an hour. But they've certainly come in and they've showed everyone the capability and how good they are. And they're only going to get better and better, your Dylan Glasses and your Jordan Dars of the world. But the most pleasing thing for me is how they've integrated with everybody else. It's a good group. They get on well together. I'm sure that when all this is over, that we're going to have a good few nights out together as well, which helps. But we've just got a really close-knit group who are honest and hardworking, and that's all I kind of asked for, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned again, I remember when we spoke at the start of the season, it was ahead of our first home league game, and you said it'd be great for them to see the Coles fans down at the Schooner, and I think they have bought into that Atherton Coles culture. Having the supporters in the ground, did that make a big difference to the lads and to their kind of knowledge and experience of Atherton Collieries?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the attendances have been really, really good the first few games. So it just shows that, like I say, the community is really buying into what we're all about, and we're really exciting to watch. I think at the beginning, because of the new lads that were coming in, we're still bedding in through pre-season. I think the fans coming back put a little bit of pressure on the lads, and it kind of showed in some of the games, certainly at Ashton Athletic at home and things like that. But as soon as the season started and we got that first game out of the way, which was against Scarborough, we've just grown from strength to strength, and our own form's been really, really good. Certainly in the league it has. So yeah, I think they've kind of, it's like a drug, isn't it, Atherton Coles? You come and it's a drug, and it's difficult to get away from the place. It gets right under your skin. So I think they've certainly seen that side of it now.
It certainly does. Has there been, this is a difficult question really, you might have to sit on the fence here, but has there been a standout performer for you thus far this season?
Probably Marcus Cassani. I think Marcus, bearing in mind he didn't start the first game of the season, so we actually brought him on against Scarborough, and then from that game onwards, I think he's been probably our most consistent and our strongest player since then. So I'd probably say Marcus Cassani. I've been really, really impressed with him. His attitude's fantastic. I played with him previously, so I know what he's all about. But he's really grown into a man now. And I think he's been absolute different class on and off the pitch. Other than that, I think Rick Smith's been, instrumental in our performances as well. But I could go through, I could name 4 or 5 that have been, fantastic. But if I was going to pinpoint someone, I'd say probably Marcus.
Yeah, like you said, the whole squad's become fully integrated. It's about all the 11 lads, absolutely. But just to round this off, I don't know, have you got a thank you for the fans, a quick message for the fans? Because obviously, like you say, attendances have been really good this season. We've seen so many new faces from through the turnstiles, haven't we?
We have, yeah, and just keep on coming supporting us, and we'll try and put a show on a Saturday. I know it's tough times at the moment, and everyone's down in the dumps, and the dark nights are coming in, and the dark mornings as well. But just keep strong, keep the faith, and hopefully, we'll be back as soon as we can. I'm certainly hoping that we'll be back in December, and once we do, make sure you come down to the Schooner and cheer us on.
Brilliant. Brad, thanks a lot.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.